Good evening, Internet. I am GM Lawrence, and I will be the guest GM for tonight's game at A Tale of Dice. As the previous GM, well, your usual GM, has been kidnapped by a llama. Yes. I had to make sure he wasn't watching us. So now,
He's
gone
too.
Yes.
Llama is in
So now then, I will be taking you to the sweltering jungles of the Horn of Khazran, which is a setting I've been working on for some time. And it's something I would like to bring to the rest of the world with the Kickstarter, which A Tale of Dice has graciously allowed me to promote here at this very fine table. So now with that out of the way, are you ready for a game?
Is it working?
Delicious nondescript beer beverage.
All right.
All right. Oh, so let's start off with a little bit of background information. You guys are going to play in the Horn of Khazran. It is a large peninsula, which our gracious technical assistants will show you the entire map
Yep.
for a moment. So a little bit of the background about the Horn. Long ago, it used to be dotted with small little city-states ruled by very powerful sorcerers known as Temple Kings. For some reason, they disappeared over 1,000 years ago in the big cataclysm. They then re-emerged, and they started eking out small little city-states by once again gathering up the tribes underneath their banners. 400 years ago, this changed when the dwarves arrived. The first dwarven colonists were from the clan of the Vanderbilts, and they settled in the northern part of the Horn, which is the northern part of the Horn.
Can you zoom out like a lot?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Above, up. There we go, right there. They settled in the north. They basically came there with fire, axe, and iron, and they settled the entire Horn, driving out smaller tribes and bringing them underneath their banner. Since those 400 years, the local tribals there to the south of the Tuscan River have fought 3 civil wars to try to sort of regain a bit of their independence. They failed miserably the first 2 times. They succeeded the 3rd time. While this was going on, a second clan of dwarves arrived from the north, the Huskars. Dwarves in this setting don't like each other. They get expelled whenever there's overpopulation in the dwarven kingdoms, and they do so via a lottery system. Those who cheat the lottery system, well, they are banished without anything, and their names are stricken from the record, so nobody knows exactly how many banished dwarven clans are living somewhere in the world, and whatever gods they worship. So the Huskar came. They were not allowed to pass by the Vanderbilts initially, but they started making a bunch of trouble. And this got to be so bad that the Huskars finally made the situation unbearable for the Vanderbilts, and they decided, like, please, get the fuck out of here. Go live somewhere else. And so they started trekking through the jungle. A long trek, arduous. They lost many along the way. But they also learned to respect the local customs and the local tribes. And once they crossed the Syrinscape River, they arrived in the middle part of the Horn, which is where your adventure will be taking place. There, they helped the local tribes there overthrow one of the last Temple Kings alive in the event known as the Fall of Kings. A long, drawn-out civil strife where the tribes were basically overthrowing the Temple Kings once again, assassinating them or sending extraplanar assassins out.
What were Temple Kings?
The Temple Kings were basically the priest kings of these little city-states. Powerful figures who said to have gained their power from somewhere in the great beyond. The spirit realm, perhaps. Then last came the Iron Barrel Dwarves, which basically, they're a little bit like your actual colonial dwarves. They come there, they build ships, they have guns, and they go and they build a little spice empire in the south of the island, which you won't be dealing with today. Right. You were on the trail of one of the Temple King's ruins, a certain Temple King's former estate, whose name was Sihng. Before we start, you guys can roll me a couple of knowledge checks to see if you learn any background information before you go here. For the purpose of this, you will know this information before you actually arrive on location, so if you had any cash on hand, if you want to make any special preparations like standard spells, you can do so after rolling the information checks.
Cool.
So let's start off first with society.
Where do we start off? On the map?
Yes, on the map. If our technical assistant can show us right over there and zoom in. Oh, of course, I forgot. I can totally center you guys. So, you've traveled from Sundar's Mouth all the way up the Sundar River until you reached Ingpa, where you picked up Crimson, which is a local from the Spear Tucker tribe. Very formidable warriors. They are the most feared warriors in the entire Horn. They have they're known for a rather unique form of justice, which they call the trial of the fall. They put a victim up on a high place, and they chuck him down, and they start throwing spears at him. And if he survives the onslaught and doesn't get stuck to the whatever he's falling down, he gets to live, regardless of his crime. Needless to say,
That's
few people
amazing.
survive.
Fair.
Right, so you've got up to Ingpa, then traveled through the jungle, through Imaxi territory. Imaxi, they're basically, if you had cats, street cats, that's what they would be. They're cat folk. They have no real form of social structure, just wander around causing trouble for everyone. Routinely, they kidnap people from all tribes. And everyone sort of hates them. But they breed so fast that they maintain themselves. You traveled through their territory, avoiding Imaxi warbands and dinosaurs along the way there until you arrived at the big sinkhole. But let's first see that knowledge check. So, society, diplomacy, to gather information, or lore of the tribes, which is a custom lore that I made for this.
Right. Society, lore tribes, or does one
Diplomacy,
benefit something
basically,
else?
information.
Is one better than the other? Or
No, they're basically the three knowledge checks. Did you decide to roll for trained, expert, or master level?
I just decided to. Do I probably have to call this before the roll, right?
Yes, although I don't know the results, so it can be anything.
Yeah, I'll roll then for expert. I
Okay,
guess.
go ahead for expert. If you get a critical success, you learn a little more.
All right. 26.
That is not enough for critical success, but it's enough. Crimson.
I'm going to make a expert diplomacy check.
Check, go ahead.
20.
20, that is not enough.
I made a trained diplomacy check at 26.
At 26, that is enough.
Train society at 31.
At 31, that is a critical success.
Nice.
Nice.
So you get a little extra. Well, a little bit of background information. There's a particular sinkhole in the jungle that's surrounded by some ruins and overgrown structures. Like most of the jungle, it's a dangerous place to go, as all manner of dangers could lurk there. I mean, it's a sinkhole in the jungle, for God's sakes. Only crazy people would go there. Which, coincidentally, banking on the stories of a monster that lives there, and hoping it keeps pursuers at bay, this particular sinkhole is a known hiding spot for tribal outlaws and outcasts. If you get outcasts in your tribe, it's usually a death sentence, or even worse than a death sentence, because, well, at least your tribe will give you mercy of a swift death, whereas the jungle's predators will be less forgiving. Few outlaws will tell you that they head out there, but the occasional stories of humanoids, there's occasional stories of people encountering humanoids in the area. For the people who rolled expert and higher. Sihng was a temple king who had left a big imprint on the horn back in his day. He was a patron of the arts, and in many ruins of libraries and academies, one can find mention of him, or a commemorative plate thanking him for his contributions to the society.
What was the name again?
Sihng.
Singda.
Sihng.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. Okay.
DA.
It's on the map.
Right. Something else you guys learned, because you asked around so well, there's often told a story about a group of dwarves, led by a priest of magic and a paladin of the dwarven god of civilization. They hired an experienced tombcracker to explore a watery hole in the ground. Supposedly, this is a kind of story that people tell to rip on the dwarves, because even if you're a paladin of the forces of good, dwarven greed will still find you. Although maybe there might be some truth in this, because this is a watery hole in the ground. Very unfortunately and concerningly for you guys, the story never mentions that they returned alive. Right. Some more background information. Occult or Lord Temple Kings? Again, pick which level you want to roll for.
I'll definitely go for a master in Temple Kings.
Check. Anybody else?
For lore and temple kings.
Natural 20.
That's a crit success. Great.
That's,
you learn
a,
everything.
that's a 37.
That's wonderful. So, you know that Sihng was not a powerful necromancer at all, although the stories usually go about that. Well, the region hasn't been geologically active in a long time. There's the occasional slight tremor. Some even claim this spot is a natural collection point for spiritual energy, and that the water, the air, and the rocks themselves, they come alive when you enter the sinkhole. Sihng was also known by a couple of ear-catching titles like the Maker of Wonders and the Explorer of the Great Beyond. They were attributed to him because of his penchant to build constructs and his frequent visit to the Umbawak elves, which is a tribe that lives in the southern part, who communicate a lot with outsiders. And In this setting, there's no necessarily heaven or hell. It's just people talk to the spirit realm and, well, angels
To the
and demons and
afterlife.
demons. They're basically spirits.
Alright.
They also bind these spirits into artwork rather than simply banishing them, which means you can come across a little like devilish-looking idol. Probably don't touch it. Probably never should break it because you'll release whatever it's trapped inside. Singda was known for his contract-making potential, making golems, great clockwork spiders, and even a loyal assistant of his, from the body parts of his previous loyal assistants. Although some say it was actually an undead servant, but who's to say they were wrong? He was a temple king. Yeah. He's also said to have stolen a powerful artifact right from under the noses of the other temple kings and kept it hidden away somewhere. Knowing Singda, this probably would have been a vault underneath his vast estates, and being Singda, it probably would be inside a vault, and guarded by powerful outsiders. He contacted to guard it.
Okay, so that's basically what I'm looking
Yeah.
for.
Nature or lore jungle? For the last bit of background info.
I'm gonna go for nature check.
I'm going to roll for lore jungle.
What level?
Trained.
Trained? Sure. Merle?
Nature check on expert, and it's a. Let's have a look. That's 21.
Not enough.
17.
That is for trained, not enough.
Sure, I'll go for a master in this one again.
Lore jungle?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
27.
27. That is enough. Fortunately, your local Xof dwarf here knows a lot. But you guys still learned something. Despite the fact that you didn't make your checks, you learned a level lower, as you didn't critically fail. So, overgrown ruins, especially those that once belonged to a temple king, are places where one might
Can you
expect
slow
dangerous.
down a little bit?
Places where one might expect dangerous flora. So be on your guard for carnivorous or magical plants.
A little second. What's up?
I can hear a lot of static.
Okay.
I'll try.
We're
and-
fixing static. Just a little
Uh-oh.
bit.
Somebody was naughty and put their mobile phone.
No, I always have it on table for the stream.
Alright. Is it gone now?
Check. You just keep going.
Well, if it's a big static, then preferably not. Just wait a minute.
I've put my
I
phone
mean, do
out.
you value your watcher's time or do you value their ears?
Both.
In the meantime, we'll
Okay.
keep going.
Yeah. Let's keep going. I mean, there's plenty of stuff to explore. So, there are stories of a massive and dangerous predator that hunts around the ruins. Some say it lives at the bottom of the sinkhole. Others say that it's simply part of its hunting territory. Damp caverns. They're also the ideal hiding. They're also ideal hiding and feeding spots of oozes that live there. They sit underground during the sweltering day, and they come out at night to feed on the jungle's denizens. They also make an ideal growing conditions for fungi and certain plants. It wouldn't be uncommon to find a leshy there, tending a natural garden. And where one finds a lush leshy garden, one might also find a myriad of other creatures.
For the viewers, what are leshies?
Ooh. So leshies are basically little plant constructs made by wizards. And they come alive, and they're really cute to look at. If you have the right kind of plants, otherwise they're really ugly to look at. They take care of their natural wards. In some settings, they also spontaneously sort of like generate as the land sort of gives sentience to a couple of plants, and they like to take care of the natural areas. They're neutrally aligned. They usually can be reasoned with if you don't trample on their gardens. That kind of stuff. They speak Sylvan, which might be important for you guys.
Interesting.
All right. So with that out of the way, any preparatory stuff you want to do before you head there?
Well, maybe it's a good idea for everyone to explain what kind of character they're playing.
Yeah, I wanted just to introduce ourselves. Yeah. Can you start?
Go ahead.
No,
No, go
I want
ahead.
you to
Go
start.
ahead.
Fuck. Okay. I'm a human paladin champion. I wear full plate, and I would like to fantasize that you see a knight in full plate, and then she takes off her helmet in slow motion, and you see this gorgeous red hair flowing in the wind.
Scarlet hair.
Crimson, actually, because my name is Crimson. So, yeah, and I used to live in the Spear Chuckers tribe.
Do you what kind of weapon are you using usually?
So I have 3 weapons, but I mainly use a glaive.
A glaive. Close enough to a spear.
Yeah,
Did
it's
you-
also almost a spear.
Remember to, as proper spear chucker tradition dictates, leave a notch in your spear for every foe you have defeated.
Yes,
Definitely.
definitely,
So,
of course.
Xof.
All right. Yeah, I'm Saf. I'm a dwarf. I'm not that pretty looking actually. Only have a charisma of 6.
You can
I'm
still
really
be
smart
pretty.
though. Really smart. Like I know everything around, and I know everything that's happening here, and I'm here on a purpose. But yeah, who knows? Basically, I have a couple of bald spots on my head where hair used to grow, but probably exploded somewhere and never grow back. Bit of a mustache growing that's kind of gray on one side. He's a bit old guy, like he's been around.
He's lived through his fair share of traps.
Basically, yeah. One thing in particular that's very interesting about him is that he's wearing a belt with all kinds of, potions, elixirs, that kind of stuff. He's not very willing to share because he thinks like they're expensive. You guys just go buy your own shit. But from time to time, from time to time, he might actually give something around. But we'll see.
We're just brilliant of him.
And one very particular thing is that he's constantly looking around and observing every little detail, but very quickly. Like, he's very good at this. I'm playing an investigator. It's a playtest material right now for this system, so it's not officially out yet, but in a half year or something, Paizo will actually release it.
It's a really good class to play in urban settings. Less so if you're going out into the jungle or some dungeon crawl.
We'll see.
But since you specifically are after a specific location in person, this might be a really good one for an investigator to do.
Yeah, I have like 20 proficiencies and skills and a lot of lores, and I know everything. Like, yeah, good. We'll
It's
see.
like a rogue, but then better. When it comes to this. Also, is it okay if I grab another nondescript beverage?
If the producer could do that for you. that'd be
Okay,
great.
so I can probably reach it with my
Yeah,
long arms.
preferably not.
Okay, fine.
All
I
right.
will laugh. Let my little servant here do the work. Right.
on to you.
I am a gnome, rogue gnome, and my name is Dobbs. I am tiny, as gnomes are, and I have pink fluffy hair.
Aw,
Yeah, I'm just a pretty little pink gnome. That's it. I have a kukri weapon, and yeah, I'm just me.
If you want to call it kukuriri, we
It's
can
a
do that as well.
kukuriri.
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 As long as it cuts, that's all we care
Yeah,
I
about.
should kill you with
I'll
my
I'll do the stabby with my kukuriri.
Nice. Last but not least, my name is Merle Stonestein. I'm also a dwarf, but with a little bit more of a step in his boot. I still have a full head of hair and a luscious beard, and mine isn't really burnt off. It does maybe have some twigs in it and such. For I'm a ranger, I know these lands. I always lived a bit on the periphery of society, and yeah, that's about it.
I mean, this is
Which-
probably the best place. You have a jungle, you can just move away from society.
Yeah.
Although, for a guy with a full head of hair, you picked an awfully bold token.
True. I forgot that. Yes.
You have a lot of hair
Alright,
around here,
That's
and maybe some other spots, but not on your head.
I have a lot of hair, but not on my face.
you could have shaved it off, you know? It's better that way. Keeps out the insects.
And it makes sure that people can't grapple you.
Very
Fair
important.
enough.
As there's quite a few dangerous predators that do lots of grabbing in this jungle. The bad kind. So, with that information, with that bit of background information introduction, you have worked your way past the Amaxi, avoided dangerous creatures along the way here, crept through the dark jungles in pitch black of night to avoid a big Tyrannosaurus stalking this premises, and you have arrived at the edge of the sinkhole. Which, if everything works out correctly,
Do we see everything, or are we
Yeah,
supposed to see
that's where
everything?
you are supposed to see everything.
Alright,
Basically, this
cool.
is night. I can switch on the dynamic line of sight, the layer. Although you gotta imagine the rocks are high, the walls here are high enough to block your vision, and all the way to the right of the map, that's been partitioned off. Those are basically the higher stories of the buildings. Right.
All right.
Also, where do you want to go explore? Left or right?
All right.
Left.
Well, I think
Always
for
go
us
to
to if you're looking at the sinkhole to the right,
What?
because there are the buildings that have higher levels, so maybe just go up first before we go down.
This guy actually knows a bit what he's talking about. Let's go right first.
So there's 2 remaining buildings that rise up higher than 1 story. There's what appears to be an old watchtower over here, and what appears to be some other kind of tower with an adjacent structure that rises up like 3 stories. Although, while the tower's roof is still intact, the ancillary building's roof is caved in.
Okay.
The watchtower also, the top of the roof is sort of caved in. It seems to be missing the last story, and it's exposed to the open air. And this is the part where I roll a hidden perception check to see if, yes, Xof and Dobbs, you notice when you look up at the watchtower, you see a few flashes of green as something ducks behind
Guys,
one of the
got
remains
company.
of walls.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Well, let's say hello then.
Where?
out my
Where
short
do we
bow.
have company? I don't see it.
It's a green thing.
I
Could be a goblin. Could be anything.
I sheath my warhammer and take out
You
my
sheath your
crossbow.
warhammer. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right,
I have
fair.
very lovely
You-
sheath.
Poop it behind your back.
I plop it on my back
Right.
and I
MMO
take
style,
out a
like-
hand crossbow.
One other little thing on the map, you can see here that there is some darker green. That's actually covered.
Oh,
There
okay.
is
Oh, no,
actually
good
above that there's still the remains of a wall, which if I can just bring that on there, token layer, there we go.
Oh,
Okay.
like that.
You can see that there is still a bit of floor. Yeah, you could probably that's a good place to pitch camp, as you can hide underneath it, away from the rain and the sun, and prying eyes of a big aerial predator.
So guys,
So-
do you guys actually know how to stealth or not?
I definitely do, and I stealth.
I've been stealthing all my life, old man.
So you want to stealth closer?
Yeah, probably.
That's-
Yeah.
Right.
How about you?
I will roll you
I
guys
am
in
not
stealth.
that. I'm not quiet. Like
Just follow us.
I'll follow
Yeah.
you. I can't make any promises.
low
Do,
to the
do you want to follow the expert?
That's
or-
something that we usually don't use a lot, but you can follow expert.
Yeah.
in the
So-
system.
For the expert is when you have an expert of a specific skill in your party, you can basically ask them to bring everybody up to that level.
So,
Right, so
you're an expert. Our rogue is probably an
Right.
expert in
Oh.
stealth, right?
one thing, I've been
yeah.
rolling hidden perception and stealth checks to make sure that you guys don't necessarily know whether you failed or not. Because if you roll a 1 and you were trying to be sneaky, you might bet the game like, I failed it. So in this case, I will be using follow the expert. Is that okay, or do you want to roll in the open?
I'm master stealth. Can I do master stealth?
If you want to roll in the open, sure. That will supersede your roll that you rolled here, whether it be better or worse.
Don't know.
What is your actual stealth bonus, by the way?
17.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
I'm just going to roll it in the open. I feel like it.
Math.
32. There you go.
32?
32.
That's a lot. So do you guys want to move along the sinkholes?
31.
Or do you want to
Excuse me.
move
I think it's better to just move on the edge of the
at the
map
edge of the map? Okay.
and just circle around the building a little bit. Are there windows in this watchtower?
There are a couple of holes where there would have been windows at some point.
All right.
Right,
What's
so-
this gray thing here? Is that a rock?
Gray thing? Yes, that is a large piece of boulder.
Okay. I
sticking
guess
around the
we'll quickly go behind that boulder first.
So
Yeah.
you will let Dop move along. That showed up nice. Okay, yeah, that shows up nice as it should be. Although with the lag, it looks really, really janky. So you guys move along over there, and you saw more green shapes sort of like moving in the holes where the windows once used to be.
Can I distinguish kind of a number?
We've seen like three figures moving. They're small.
Very small.
Where did you see them moving? Can you point?
Yeah, is it in this area, like
It's
the
basically in this building.
in this
Okay.
building?
At both the top level and the medium level.
All right.
There's
I,
3 stories.
I determine that this is my prey. With that,
Don't you need to see the creature specifically or see its tracks?
Hunt prey, right?
Yes.
I can hunt prey. I
You
get
need to see
a
it.
perception bonus on seek prey.
Yeah, sure. Since you've
Yep.
seen a couple of them move, that's fine. You can
Yeah.
say that guy over there. There's a 1 in 3 chance that you will be seeing the correct one then.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all right.
All right.
All right.
So, where do you now? Do you want to go wrap around the building, or do you want to go along the left side?
Where are the windows of the building?
They're-
can-
You're looking at like holes that are this big.
Right.
It was supposed to be a watchtower. They didn't have like big wide windows.
All right, guys. Do we like want to just wait till they peek out and just shoot them from afar? Or do we want to rush in?
I don't have anything to shoot with, so.
It would be
I-
You can
cowardice
always
to
shoot with
wait.
daggers, huh?
Yeah, I don't feel like using my
I
daggers.
say that Crimson goes in first.
Sounds like a plan.
We fire our bolts. We try not to hit Crimson, and then we'll see from there.
I can
Sounds good.
try and sneak in with you.
Who said anything about sneaking? I just
No, but
I just want to smash them.
I can sneak so that they can see me, but they can't see you.
Yeah, that's great. Then I can be
Yeah.
your human shield. Yeah,
Great.
love that.
I'll go with you.
Sounds great. You do that. And I'll take my short bow and notch an arrow. and
Right,
just
so you
wait.
guys go for the,
Yeah,
round the left into the front door. She's over there.
Only Dobbs and I.
And
Only Dobbs and you. Okay.
like, is there on our level? Are there also windows or not? No. Is it possible to climb up?
Yeah, you can climb the exterior of the tower. That would be it's crumbling stone.
Athletic?
It's old. There's some vines.
Could it be
just
acrobatics?
out. It's athletics, yeah.
Athletics?
It's always athletics
All
to
right,
climb.
cool.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm not doing that.
Would you like me to climb them? I can
No,
climb.
you can just hit the front door.
I might.
You're on my human shield. You
Oh
can
yeah,
just
yeah. I need to stay in front of you.
I need you.
I
Yeah.
wanna
You're like my tiny baby. I need to protect.
I'm like a dog and you can't get rid of.
before we actually head into this building, I want to inspect these two buildings for movement too.
The which build?
The buildings on the right.
Oh no, those are the other stories of the same building.
Yeah.
Like I said,
okay,
everything to the
my
right of
bad,
here
my bad.
is basically sealed off.
Thank
If you want, I can.
No, this is fine, but
Make it
I
easier
just
by
didn't know.
switching off the damage.
No, that's fine.
Oh.
That's fine.
Okay, so
alright.
I guess I'll enter the. I'll go to the door.
As you rush over, you hear a voice go. "Who goes there?
It is I, Crimson,
Wow, Crimson, what tribe do you belong to?"
the spear chuckers.
You hear like a bunch of scared croaks. What does a spirit chucker seek here? Please, we mean no harm with us, but refugees.
Can I make a perception check on this? See if how they
Oh,
actually.
well,
tell?
you know this place is for outlaws. So refugees,
I'm-
yeah, for tribal justice.
I'm right behind her
I
and
know.
stealth. Okay.
Move your toe.
Okay.
They basically start sort of talking to you just as you're around the corner.
Yeah.
So before you enter, spirit chucker, what are you looking for here?
I am confused.
So are we.
Do you just want to barge in? What do you want to do? Are you just gonna march
I
in?
was hoping for
A fight?
or for a fight, to be honest. But I
If
can
it's
also
a fight
talk
you
to
want, but
You don't
it's
wanna
a
fight
fight you
with
will
me?
have, spirit chucker. But come in at your own peril.
All right, I guess.
We do not give up.
Well, I don't give up either.
I walk up to the situation.
This is already very chaotic.
I hear
love it.
this going out of hand, and I want to try to mellow out the
You want
situation.
to try to mellow it out? All right. When you hear Merle try to sort of like start smoothing this over, do you desist?
So, what is
So I
it?
come up like, okay, guys, we don't need to fight here.
Mhm.
If they don't want to harm us, we can also choose not to harm them. We can
Coward.
coincide.
I never give up on a fight.
Oh, this ain't cowardice. This is just good old living.
We can learn information from them.
What?
be
Is that a dwarf I hear?
No.
Is that a problem, sir?
Ooh, it
This
speaks
goes-
polite. It does speak polite. Also a dwarf.
He does speak polite. I don't.
What tribe do you belong to, dwarf? Are you Iron Barrel or Huskar?
Do I have any
Whoa.
idea what would be preferable for them?
Oh, Huskar, because they basically live in a tribal confederation.
And we're
with the other
Huskar,
tribes.
right?
Yeah, you're Huskar. If you're Iron Barrel, that basically means like we're coming here to steal your shit, or we're coming here to take you away in our ships.
We're Huskar.
Yeah.
Would speak then, Huskar, but do not enter, or we will consider it a sign of aggression.
So we're
Crimson
just
is
here.
already walking towards me.
When you
I hold
step in front of the door,
It would
Crimson,
be
you-
literally against my religion to not go into battle.
I
I'm
hold
still
Crimson.
When you
I-
step in there,
I-
you
I-
see a bunch of Gripply like holding a mace, like readying themselves. They put up like a makeshift barricade in front of the door, and on
What
the
do they
stairs,
look like?
the Gripply. So they're yay high,
Yeah.
little frog people.
Frog people.
Yes, if you look on the screen and we zoom in,
Cute.
we
Can we
zoom
zoom
in, technical director. That's what they look like. Although, to be fair, the pictures of the guys with maces are actually boggarts.
Kind of
But
like
I couldn't find any
grey
good
ninjas.
birdie Gripplies. So on the stairs going up, you see two little Gripplies with like bows standing there, pointing at you, and you see two bigger birdie Gripplies with maces, and you also hear some soft croaking coming from upstairs, as though there are more.
So, this Crimson standing in front of your door, she's not gonna harm you.
I am.
She's not.
No, you speak for the spirit chucker, Huskar,
Yes, that's a spirit chucker.
but you speak for her.
We speak for her at the moment. She can speak for herself,
Yeah, I can speak for myself.
but not when she says that she's gonna attack you guys.
You're only an empowered woman if you don't decide to kill people. Check.
Yes.
Can
What
I?
are you guys doing?
Can I
here?
stand right behind her? I'm still in stealth. I want to try.
When you stand behind her, you will stand in clear visibility
Ah,
of the
shit.
Gripply. You can stand around the corner, which will still give you cover.
Can I try and walk around the other side? Is that? Can I do that in stealth
Yeah, sure.
so that I can see me coming?
I say- Merle,
I'm here.
Xav, I'll give you a few minutes to talk this through. But if I get angry, I'm just gonna smash.
That's very honorable of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crimson.
Crimson looks and like she's like itching to fight. You know, she's like,
Crimson, how about you follow me to this sinkhole here? Let's inspect some things. They can talk.
Yeah.
You want to follow him?
I agreed to wait with smashing. I did not agree to walk away.
Oh, you can smash some other stuff.
You can smash this rock off her if you like.
There's a lot of things to smash.
And she suddenly turns around and smashed the rock just to get her frustration out. You know, like she just wants
You
all
hear
this
some.
aggression out of her. You
You
know.
hear some sort of coming from inside as the Gripplies are like, oh, what's going on? At this point, you do see a couple of like 3 Gripply like peek out in one of the caved-in windows in the second story.
I'm like, ah!
Merle,
So-
Dobbs, be quick about it. Talk to them. See what we can find out.
So, can we come inside?
No.
Okay, then we'll stay here.
Why did you say my name?
Okay, I agree with her. Why did you say your name?
I didn't say anything.
I don't know. Oh,
I wasn't stealth, you dickhead.
oh yeah.
Why would you do that?
Well, there's another one behind you. Behind the door.
I'm sorry, guys. She was talking to some other guy.
Why
Okay.
did you?
Hey,
Why?
you could have still
Can't-
stealth
can't
this.
You,
You could have
like,
still
no,
stealth this.
no. They
So-
they would have expected someone more.
Alright,
You
Dobbs.
know.
Alright,
Dobbs.
sit
You
down.
just
Oh,
totally
okay.
ruined
Dobbs.
this for me.
We need to
You're
concentrate
shit.
on this. What are you guys doing here?
What does it look like we're doing here? Hiding
For
What do you-
what?
for the monster that lives below.
Oh, tell us.
What do you mean? Tell you?
The
monster?
monster? Yes.
Umbawak.
Let's just say
Umbawak.
we're here to
Umbawak.
seek this
The
monster.
great Umbawak.
What's-
He lives down in the sinkhole below.
What's
He
the?
emerges at night to hunt, and at day he sleeps.
All right, but it's night at the moment, right?
It's currently day.
It's day.
You arrive
Oh.
early in the morning, like 10 p.m.
Oh,
That's for 10
better.
a.m.
That's better.
So we can kill it now. It's sleeping,
Well,
right?
kill it, kill it. No, no, you should flee, not rouse the beast. It hunts great things. It hunts dinosaurs the size of houses.
Yeah, so do we.
Yeah, I once saw a dinosaur as big as 2 houses combined on a hill.
We can totally fix this for you.
Sorry, actually not deception. 2 dinosaurs the size of a hill?
I saw a dinosaur the size of 2 houses on a hill.
I'm sure you do. We've also seen the great Brachiosaurus. Yes,
Oh man, that's really bigger.
right. But no, we are hiding here from things, and also from the monster that lives below, the great Umbawak.
What things?
Yeah.
So,
They seem a little bit hesitant. You can make me a diplomacy check to sort of like wheedle this out of them.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Well, Oscar, you know how it is. Those who have wronged the tribe, they get outcast. It is worse than a death sentence. We, Orang Rawa, have been outcast from our tribe. We have hidden here to escape their wrath. The hunters, they hunt us, even still. But no one comes near here, because this is the hunting ground of Umbawak.
How long
I
have you been
understand
here?
Whoa, 2 months?
I'm gonna reason with you. That the thing that you told me about the Umbawak is great for you guys. Because that lady that tried to smash you guys up, she's gonna want to go after the Umbawak and not after you guys.
Oh, the spear chucker would find the Umbawak. That is truly a battle to behold. We pray for her success, or at least for merciful death. The creature is terrible. He has eaten many a party before you, although we have not seen any party come recently.
You would honor me, yes?
So Crimson,
You
we-
seek
they-
protection?
You would sell your service?
I can give you my service.
You hear some? Let us quickly deliberate.
I can read lips.
They are actually delivering upstairs.
Okay.
And also, do you speak Gripply?
Is it a common language?
It
in
is
Un-
not a common language.
Uh,
Well, it's a racial language, and there's a lot of other tribal languages you probably want to learn.
Okay.
Alright, then probably no.
Right?
I
So
know a
they-
lot of languages, but probably not.
And a
this one
series
then.
of soft croaks. This goes over for about like 2 minutes as they sort of deliberate. What is your price, spear chucker?
Your honor, of course. But
You would
I
sell
would
us. You would.
also like some gold if you have some gold.
The tribes usually don't use gold. Metal has very little value. They usually use reputation. Tales that go around.
Oh, then
So
but
truly, they would
they-
speak your praises
Yeah.
if they were to live.
that's more important to me than money. Yeah.
We want, if we live through this and we make it to Krashalon, the capital of the Huskars, we will speak great praises of you.
The Crimson Knight.
The Crimson Knight. That does sound kind of epic.
Yes.
Oh, right, and for this you will slay the Umbawak?
Of course.
Yeah.
But we first need some information about the sinkhole. What can you give us?
Yes. What do you wish to know?
Well, are there any entrances besides swimming in?
Swimming in, there is a slope.
I saw water there.
There's a slope.
There's a slope. A gentle slope leading down and spiraling down into the sinkhole.
Well, I did see that.
We must be careful.
But you can always just try to climb the sides. Although, well, it is risky. The earth is soft at points.
Are there more like you here?
As in Gripply? No.
Are there any other
Refugees.
No, we are the only ones left.
There are no other creatures beside the Umbawak.
Oh, yes, there are many creatures. Have you not seen?
Well, to be honest, I wasn't paying attention.
Nah, me neither.
How did you even live this long? Norskar.
It's plain luck.
No, there are creatures. Small plant things live inside the sinkhole. Then there are the flies,
certain
many
talking one.
flies, delicious big fat flies, but they congregate around the first level, near the flowers. They smell of corpses, decay, terrible things.
Well, that doesn't sound sweet at all.
Well, we suspect that there are corpse flowers there. Corpse flowers that attract many flies that are drawn to the smell of carrion. And there's also, on this level, there is a, what you call, roof garden.
Yeah.
It is a plant, unfurls itself, and it throws its big flaming pods at you. So be careful.
What do I know of all these creatures?
We shall.
Well, do
What-
not go
what-
to the west
No,
side.
what do I know of all these creatures?
You'll need to see them to be correct, because they could be lying.
Okay.
They don't sound like they're lying, but they might just not be that knowledgeable on these specific kind of creatures.
So-
The Leshies does line up with what you've heard before. They mentioned one more thing. Actually, two more things. Also, watch out for the vine when you descend down into the sinkhole. It has tried to snag one of us previously. And whatever you do, do not go inside the haunted tower. No, not the haunted tower.
Why not?
Where is the haunted tower? Is it
You
the-
hear
is
some
it that
croaking,
tower on
like,
the other
like
side?
it sounds like laughing. Like, what other tower? There is but one structure left.
Oh, fair. What's so bad about the haunted tower?
You hear like an incredulous silence.
It's haunted.
What she said.
I feel like
That makes
we
sense.
should go there.
Like, guys, let's just delve,
Go at your own
into the
peril.
sinkhole.
Yeah,
We're
let's
wasting our
one
time.
thing at a time, you know.
Yeah,
But
we'll-
you don't
we'll
know,
slay the
maybe
Umbawak.
there's something useful in the tower. We can use it downstairs.
Well, they say it's haunted,
Yeah.
and that often doesn't mean good.
Well, we can talk to the ghost then, right?
Wait, are we going to talk to every creature we meet? Because that's kind of...
Well, you can slam
Not
the
why I'm
ghost
here.
as well, but I don't know if it's a dangerous ghost, so
No,
we might as well talk.
You can roll me one more society check. So the people who have expert society can roll me one more society check.
Society?
I'm only trained.
I'm
in
expert.
Trained,
Yes,
yeah.
or
Nothing at all.
your Temple Kings. What else
Uh,
do you
I'm
I got
mastering
them.
that. I prefer that one.
Alright, go ahead.
Trained Temple Kings? Or?
No.
Trained Temple Kings or Trained Society? Expert Society, sorry, my bad.
Okay, I got Trained Temple Kings.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Nah.
There was a story
Oh.
going around about a catfolk scholar. I don't remember his name really, but he was really, really, really obsessed with Singda. And he'd go around all the sites associated with him, and he'd be always raving about how he found the next big breakthrough. And, well, supposedly he visited every site of Singda, and he noted down even the most banal details of the Temple King's life. Although he never really had his big break. Unsure whether he just faded into obscurity or whether he met his untimely end somewhere. What is his name? What was his name, though? What was his name?
Interesting.
So we have two things we can do. We can go to the haunted tower, or we can go down.
Let's just go down, guys. We're wasting our time.
We'll see.
Let's
We'll
get
see if it's
down.
still haunted
That's
on the way up.
lame.
Yeah, definitely.
But maybe there's something we can fight with there.
Hey, Toads, thank you
Oh,
very
that's
much.
You should stay away. The catfolk ghost will chase you.
Nah, I don't care.
I believe there's more
We-
glory in
That's
the
fun.
Umbawak than a ghost.
We'll see you after this is all
Sure.
done. You guys just stay here. Don't get eaten. Just do what you do best. Right?
Yes, we will stay hidden.
Yeah.
We'll stay hidden until you return.
Good.
Keep being cowards.
Soft.
Good for you.
There is a little hint there. They will stay hidden until you return. But something's off.
All right.
Something's just not right about the way they said that.
You feel like we'll not return?
We hear a soft silence for a moment, some soft croaking. No one has up until this point. So you would be the first.
Well, there has to be a first somehow.
Yeah, there's always this.
Well, that kind of does mean that you'll stay hidden forever, right? That's what you said.
Aha, we got you there. It's a ruse, we say.
Well,
That's kind of sad. Why
emerge
don't
at
you
night
just join us?
to hunt. Well, one cannot live off bugs alone.
Fair. But at night, Umbawaks hunts too.
Oh, yeah, yes, at night. When it leaves its cavern, it goes far and wide to hunt big things.
Okay.
We hunt in the nearby surroundings for small things.
Ah, that's smart.
Well, if you actually want her protection, you better stay close. Let's go, guys.
We'll meet you when this is
Spirit
all done.
guide you, Huskars.
Yeah, you too.
Cool.
I'm not a husker.
That's
As
correct.
we
That's correct.
start.
Awesome. When you have approached, by the way, you notice that there's a little pressure plate and a string drawn across the entry of the doorway. And you notice that there were like 3 tar balls ready in a elastic launcher.
I probably should have mentioned this earlier.
Well, then it's
It
a good
is that
thing
you had this time to sort of like chat with them ever so slow that you were like, oh, what's that? I see. That's how that's going to work.
I actually searched very quickly, just so you're aware.
You were able to use this to your passive perception. So you want to go down the sinkhole?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
No, I want to go to the tower.
The tower, it sort of precariously hangs over
Can we zoom out a bit?
part of the. As you can see over there, the tower sort of hangs precariously over the sinkhole a little bit.
Oh, so we could have just go to the tower and then go down from the tower.
You could climb on the outside of the tower,
Right.
but let me just make sure that on the layer.
But
on the
we
proper layer,
won't
everything's
because they
appropriate.
want to go to
No,
the
let's
There we
just
go.
go down,
Yeah.
guys.
As you head down, you notice something interesting. There is a. No. Wrong layer. Wrong layer.
Producer, can you follow our
There we go.
characters? I guess. Where
You
are we
notice
looking?
that there is a small little
Okay.
jade idol sitting at the precipice of that rim, glinting in the sunlight.
Guys, do you see that?
Yeah.
It looks marvelous, to be honest.
What
Let's
kind
get
of
it.
It's about this big. A jade and darkwood idol.
does it represent anything?
It's
I have
even with
very
your
good
even with your
eyes.
good eyesight, you'll need to sort of examine it closer.
How close do I have to get?
You'll probably need to hold it in your hands.
This is not worth our time.
And it might be cursed, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't like idols.
Why are you so afraid of curses anyway?
Well, because there are a lot of them.
Oh well, they wore off.
Very true.
They might, but I don't have time for that.
I'm looking for something bigger, you know? That's why we came here, right? Let's go down.
Why don't
Okay.
we just live a little? Explore.
We're fighting a
Living
giant
a little
creature.
and
Yeah,
grabbing
but
cursed items
Jade,
doesn't really
it's-
correlate, to be honest.
It can be pretty. We can like, I can maybe make earrings
Look,
out
I
of it.
might be a dwarf, but I'm not always looking for pretty things.
Lame.
Alright, yeah. We're just
We're going
walking
down.
I'm moving your tokens, don't worry. As you sort of pass by these two boulders, an
Do I notice
assassin vine
anything?
attacks you, and you totally just kill it immediately. Because for the viewers here, this entire dungeon is a little bit longer to do in one session, especially the time that the Ten of Dice has time for. So I'm compressing it, and I'm cutting out a couple of encounters and just sort of narrating them through. The assassin vine here is not really the big danger. It is usually combined with something else.
Ooh, curses?
Maybe. But when you slay the assassin vine and you cut it off, you notice that it's stuck to a deeper root that goes into the earth, and you see that there's a lot of scar tissue there, as though it's been cut off a lot of times in the past.
Alright, then just grow back.
Yes.
That's
Interesting.
gross.
If you want to, you could spend some time to
Is it
wretch it out of
Yeah,
there.
can we actually just cut it the whole piece?
survival
out?
or nature.
Ranger, your turn.
Ranger, go garden.
All 8.
I'll,
Oh, I can eat too.
so we want a nature check?
Yeah, nature
Oh,
or
yeah,
survival.
yeah,
As
Um,
you,
I'm gonna do a master survival check.
You
That's
get a +1.
A +1.
unless I ask for a skill level, you can just
Oh,
say
cool.
roll me the check.
So that will be a 31.
So you grab what appears to be a little hand shovel, you start chipping away, and after about 10 minutes of work, you dig out the root, and you withdraw a root that goes this long into the earth. That was about this thick.
Okay.
This creature had quite a bit of time to build reserves, and you would take it out and you chop it in a couple of pieces, and this thing is dead now.
Cool.
As this
Great.
is happening as well, do you sense any? Well, do you see any footprints around? Like,
You look around after your little sign of battle, after your little battle with the assassin vine. There's no fresh tracks or anything like that. No old tracks either.
peculiar.
It's the earth here is basically when you're looking at the side of the majority of the walls of this sinkhole, it's sandstone, so it's a bit porous, and there is a fine layer of dirt caking this gentle slope as it goes down.
Interesting.
But there's no recent tracks.
So let's head on down. I think.
Continue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and then I will take you to the next map, which will have dynamic lighting.
Alright. Interesting.
Cool.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Exciting.
So
What do we see, DM?
What do you see? Well, you basically see some more a fine layer of dirt lying on top of this sandstone.
What's
dirt
this
is more
island
dust.
thingy?
This island thing? Well, that's a sinkhole.
Oh,
Ah,
That's like another. You're currently at 20 feet down into the sinkhole, and the sinkhole continues for another 60 feet down. And you're looking at like a couple of islands of silt and plant matter that have grown down beneath there. A large chunk of masonry sticks up out of the water. And well, if you walk up to the edge, which is already over there, because this is a slope that leads down. You can see that there's another level below here before you reach the ultimate bottom. One other thing that you notice, Xof, is that there is a piece of unsteady ground over there.
Yeah, guys, let's
Yeah.
avoid this bit.
yeah, let's keep close to the walls.
Yes. If you have something like a sandstone solution, which I don't think they have in second edition yet, or you have a craft check or some kind of stone shape spell, you could probably shore this up to make sure it doesn't collapse. Otherwise, it might take
I-
like the weight of one creature and then it just sends you down into the pit below.
Well, it doesn't. Not too bad as long as we know it's there, right? Other people may fall down that will follow us. Let's just continue.
So
Just keep this in mind, alright?
Continue along
Yeah.
the way. Of course, not Xof up front because that would be silly.
Soph can go a bit up front, like as long as
So
he.
as you come over here, you notice a couple of things, which is
Well,
the
they're
entire
g-
thing
they're
curves
dead
in that
things here.
direction, and then you see a couple of half-buried skeletons.
Still no tracks.
Still no tracks. No.
And
Nice.
I will slightly cover our tracks.
Guys, do you mind?
No.
Let's just see why they died and how.
Okay, good idea.
Sure.
You're the investigator, have a look.
So
I'll take my time.
you take your time, you move over there, you investigate it, but the rest stays over here.
Yeah.
So the rest stays over
I'll
here.
at least make sure first to just throw a paddle and just see if they're undead or not, because I just don't want to get grabbed by one of
Okay,
these
so you
corpses.
throw a pebble, and it sort of like dunk, collides against the wall, and it just falls on the ground. They still seem to be not moving.
All right, try and hit one of them like directly.
You try to hit one of the skeletons.
Yeah.
I roll me to hit roll. They are half covered by some what appears to be collapsed ceiling that's been sort of like silted over and solidified.
All right. All right. That would be 21.
That's enough to hit me prone. You strike the skeleton,
It's just a pebble.
and you hear a tuk as it hits the bone. You stand there for a moment, like, okay, it's not alive.
All right.
And then it starts moving.
Oh no.
Oh,
Thing.
Why?
Well, at least I inspected it before it grabbed me, right?
I guess. Wait,
Clever,
which
clever
one
party.
Did you hit? Did you hit that one or one of those
I hit
two?
that
Let's see.
one.
That's the archers. For expediency's sake, I will group them in several groups,
Sounds good.
which means you don't get to go.
Do we need to roll initiative?
Yes, roll initiative.
So
then
just
tell me your
perception,
answers.
right?
Perception, okay.
Perception. You didn't try to do stealth or anything like that.
Well, I
One,
wanted to, but then I
two,
didn't.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Sadness.
60, 20. Let's have a look. What is your initiative, Dobbs?
Mine is Dobbs.
Yes, Dobbs.
Oh, 25.
25.
Yeah.
Crimson.
Mine's also 25.
Who of you goes first? Dobbs goes first.
Yeah, I
Dobbs
go
Merle.
first. Yeah.
23.
Xof.
32.
Sweet. Jesus. Alright, so let's see. I have to add my initiative track. Well, I rolled terrible. Which goes to show you that I'm a useless skeleton. The champions, they have 24. 7 for the zealot, which is. While this is going on, can the technical director get me another nondescript beverage?
Maybe just
But to,
pull like 3 out of it.
yeah. With an opener, maybe. You never know.
All right. So basically, I'm first, right?
Yes,
As
you
you're doing
will
this.
probably be first.
All right. So I'll just have my turn while you're busy.
Yeah.
Basically. Oh shit!
Michael.
They're actually alive. All right.
Thank
Well,
you.
that sucks. And basically, just
There.
take out my short bow and I notch an arrow. And I basically just wait for this guy to.
Right.
Well.
So they're currently lying on the ground. They have cover. They're prone, which increased their AC a little bit, but they were also flat-footed.
Yeah.
Skeletal rogues. They
Do
are.
they have to take a turn to get out of the rubble?
They do not have to take a turn. It will take them a couple of actions though.
All right. So yeah, I just
Deze
not.
is van de koelkast, als je hier even terugkomt.
I just notch an arrow on my short bow, and I'll.
So let me just sort these according to descending, and then pop all of them on the map. Because there's quite a few of them. There we go. Token layers.
Grand, yes.
Descending.
5 of them?
Well, probably more.
Oh.
Yeah, can I?
Go ahead.
All right. I'll. Well, that's probably gonna hit.
What is the result?
Well, that is a 35.
35. That is a hit. That is a crit.
All right, cool.
You're using a piercing weapon, correct?
Sorry?
You're using a piercing weapon, correct?
Yeah, I am. So yeah, it's probably gonna be shit all.
I
but-
am a skeleton after all.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I'm looking around like, do I have to do this? Yeah, literally, I'm the first. Okay, I'll just shoot one.
You can wait,
I hadn't expected that archaeologists would get so cynical after so long.
Definitely. 19 points of damage.
That is with the crit included?
Yeah, included.
Alright, so I subtract. There we go.
Oh, it was a crit, right?
Yeah.
So I added my deadly, because I have a deadly, so that's great. That's 3 more damage.
It's 22.
Yeah.
Alright. Dops. Oh, no, actually, excuse me. The monsters rules state that the monsters go before the players if they have the same initiative.
Interesting.
So I take 2 actions to stand up, and I
guess.
stride. I take 2 actions to stand up, and I stride. And more skeletons come out of the woodworks.
Hey guys, there are more of them.
Dops.
Great. Vessel.
Use
Very nice.
walking.
Yes, the
do-
wonderful skill
I
called
do the
walking.
I'm very proficient in this. I can do this.
How many
I
feet though?
walk up to this one.
The closest one.
Yes.
Alright.
The
It's
closest
20.
one.
I
Do you want to
correct
be set up a flank with your ally in a moment, or do you just want to come
Can I
close?
I
flank?
think there's a flank position.
No,
right
there's
there.
not yet a flank position, but she could, for example, move around there.
Yeah.
Although that would take 2 strides.
Let's see.
And she could
well, that's
also
fine
try to move
because
over here,
I have
and then
I have skirmish strike, so I can do walking and stabbing. So
Alright.
I can do 1 walking and stabbing in 1 turn.
Okay.
Alright,
Alright,
so
sounds like a grand plan.
Yeah, I know, right?
walking, stabbing. Okay, so
So
that's 2 attacks.
I do stabbing.
As you go there, and you set up a flank for
I'll stab with my
Crimson in a moment.
my kukuriki.
Hey, that is a slashing weapon, is it not?
I see.
Yes, I am a skeleton.
Yeah, fuck
My
skeletons.
ribcage is empty.
I literally can't do anything else. I'll just try
can
and
punch
slash his head or something.
You can just punch it.
Yes,
Ah.
you can punch. Although punching is less
It's-
optimal, especially if you have a magical kukri. You
have
did give them +1 striking,
Yeah,
right?
what do you have? Yeah.
I have
Okay, check.
-1 on strength, so punching isn't.
Finesse,
Uh,
but
punching
still.
is still finesse.
But this is a magical
yeah.
weapon, so you should probably
it's
just.
oh fuck, skeletons.
Smack it a smack. What's your result?
Natural 4.
20.
That is it.
total.
Nice.
How much damage do you do?
Roll
Well,
damage.
can I damage?
Yeah, definitely.
I
They're just-
damage.
they're
I mean,
just
I
mere
told you there's lots of
skeletons.
low-level
Yeah.
monsters here.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You just get overwhelmed at the end of it.
I just felt surprised. 4
Uh,
damage.
you try to sort of like slash at the skeleton, which just hits an empty space in the ribcage. Crimson.
I can do some.
Yeah,
more,
did you
right?
add any dexterity and bonuses and etc.? She just
Did-
did your.
Is she
die,
that kind of
right?
rogue?
Do
Because
you
not
have,
all rogues get that.
what kind of rogue are you? Probably a dexterity one. Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
any strength, so
Okay.
she does it. She has
Yeah,
the
yeah.
dexterity
So
one.
it's
Okay.
+4,
Plus
Okay,
4,
so-
plus
8,
I take.
+6.
When we level 7, you get extra damage.
Okay, so that turns
10.
in total 10. Oh, you do a little bit of damage. Look at that.
Yay!
Second
But
attack,
I did 1 move and strike,
Yep, so
which
you can
is
do
1.
another
I can
one.
1 more action.
Yeah.
So I can do 1 more techie.
Kukri is agile.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
So it's -4.
-4.
So that's 22.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's a hit.
I mean, if 20 was a hit, 22
Yeah.
was also a hit.
Yeah. 9 plus 6 is 15.
Is Kukri D6?
Yeah.
How much?
15.
50. Ow! Says the little
It's a
skeleton.
big knife.
Crimson! You stride forward.
Yes. So my first action is walking. I want to stand in between both.
Alright, check. You can stride there.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 10.
Yeah.
20.
Then I first, with my flail, which is bludgeoning damage,
There you go.
I
Cool.
smash the skeleton that's next to Dobbs.
Okay. There's no
I'll,
flanking for you in this position.
20. So
Hit.
hits.
That was a natural free. for
It was a
everyone
natural
that
free.
wants to know.
It's not okay.
Well, they're skeletons, like. what do
They're
you
low-level
expect?
mooks.
Oh
Yeah.
my, oh.
Don't worry, I'll eat you later on.
Yeah,
Oh.
go for it.
Yay.
Damn. So,
It's dead.
it's dead, I
How
guess.
much?
It's 16 plus 5 plus 2.
16 plus 5 plus 2?
Yeah, 23.
23?
23.
Well, that wouldn't have killed me, but here's the
Bludgeoning.
thing, it's bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
So, I don't have weakness bludgeoning damage.
No?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Damn it.
Still alive.
Oh,
I'm still
interesting.
alive.
I
Okay. Okay,
thought
then.
they had that as well, but I realized like I copied these over from the stat blocks. I had to make all my own stat blocks for this because Paizo has a like really limited bestiary. It wasn't in the standard skeletal template.
Oh,
So no.
interesting.
They have resistance, they don't have weaknesses, unlike zombies.
So,
Cool.
I
Attack another time, I guess.
I attack another time, but this time I attack the other skeleton
The one that's
because
on the
I'm
ground,
sweeping
or the one that's
with the
standing?
green circle around.
The one that's on the ground is currently flat-footed. Because it's
Yes. Currently flat-footed and
But it's not.
prone.
Is it in range?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
the rest
range.
of them.
Okay. So then I'll attack that one.
Go ahead.
So miss with the -5.
-4 because of the sweep.
Yes.
So it's 20 again.
That's enough to hit me. Because I'm on the ground and I'm prone.
It's 14 damage.
It tries to rise, and you knock it back down, and it just keeps trying to rise.
And that's my turn.
Right. The skeletal champions.
They have a lot of hit points for mere skeletons, though.
They were special skeletons. I stride, I move over, and I have to roll. There we go. Slashing, piercing, resistance. Shield block. I move. I raise my shield. Oh, sorry. I had to spend 2 actions to stand up, and then I move over. About
Raising
there.
your
It was
shield's
around
also
you.
an action.
I know.
Yeah.
So he doesn't raise his shield.
That's
Okay.
all.
I spend 2 actions to stand up, and I stride. They come sort of like walking out there.
Yeah.
Merle,
I change my crossbow for my warhammer because
do you drop your crossbow? Or do you
if I
holster it?
just put it away and take
That's
out,
an
it will be
action.
2 actions. I
Yeah,
think.
2 actions.
And then I use my third action to skirmish stride towards the one that is standing in front of Tops. And with that
Flanking position.
I can also attack it as well.
Alright.
So you move over there.
Yeah.
Correct. Check.
And I'm gonna attack with the warhammer.
Marvelous.
Net 20.
Whoa.
Okay. Well, I
I
died.
don't think you have to
So
roll
it's,
for this. You can roll for it.
I'll
but
probably
The skeleton stands there. It's just, and you just smash it, and a shower of bones just, washes over you guys, and it just shatters in all directions.
That's why I
That's
kill
2 actions
skeleton
moved
guys.
hit. Do you have action left?
No, that's 3 actions.
Alright, so I rise up from the grave. And do I actually have an action
But
to do
Balarans, we don't like that.
I rise up and I raise a shield. Boom. I use a spell. Great. I rise up from the grave
Magical
and I
spell?
stride.
Okay.
Great.
Can't-
We don't even see these targets yet.
No.
Oh, there they are.
Oh, that's a lot of
And
skeletons.
then the quarreler. I rise up. Do you have attack of opportunity?
Yes, I do have attack of opportunity.
Smash me.
Yay!
If you want to, of course.
Natural one.
It's a natural 1.
Ah, you
But that
miss.
still an 18.
Yeah, misses.
Doesn't matter. It's a natural one.
Okay.
Yeah, it goes 1 lower, but
Yeah.
misses.
Sadness.
Yeah. No. I stand up.
You tried. It's okay.
This die.
And I
No, not you.
realize I
Mm,
can't
you.
do a lot against you, so I'll just control you.
To me?
Yes.
Okay.
No, 20 is not enough to hit you.
No.
No. I fail. I rise from the grave and I stride to get a little bit of a
There's
clear.
so many of them. Do we have any AoE? I don't
Well, you
think we
did
do,
get the
right?
did
information that there was
kill
going to
one.
be an adventuring party.
Yeah, and we did kill one already. So
Soft.
Yeah, we're fine.
we're doing
Alright.
fine.
So,
There's low level mooks.
yeah,
What are you
definitely.
about?
No, nothing. There's just a lot of them.
You're not going to die
Um,
yet.
So, what targets already hit right now?
The guy in the back. The others are fresh.
All right, I'll just.
Do you guys do wounded, bloodied hit points thresholds? As in, can you
Sorry.
see targets that are wounded at what level?
Oh,
Or is it like, you got a hit,
Up
That's
to
it.
you, man. Up to you.
Because they're undead, so they don't really have a wounded threshold. So they're indistinguishable from each other,
Cool.
other than they were.
I
evil before.
attacked the guy that got
Yeah.
attacked earlier. That's basically the
Mhm.
thing. So basically, I look at this guy and basically inspecting him. That's one of the things that my character can do.
Yeah,
So
no religion.
I'll try and
Sorry, religion.
perception.
We aren't playing Pathfinder First Edition no more.
Well, that's a natural 1, but that's an 18.
It's going great.
That's enough
That's enough.
for a single success.
All right. Then I can now make an attack against him, and I get extra damage. Yay!
Yay.
That's great. So natural 2, but probably still gonna hit for 19.
I'm screened. No, this is.
19 misses.
I'm
Damn.
screened thanks to me standing up, and there's a paladin in front of us,
All
and
right.
a ranger in front of us.
I'll try one more.
You're using a crossbow?
No, short bow.
Sure, bow. Okay. Do
Has
you
no reload.
keep in mind that you have the dead zone? Eh?
That zone, definitely define that zone.
Hmm?
What do you mean?
How much is it?
Oh, it's a 18.
That is not enough.
Nope.
Thank you, screening. I live.
Yes.
Right,
Nice.
I step and I flank. Can you be flat-footed? I believe she can.
She can.
Right. So dagger. That comes down to a 20 against your flat-footed. Probably not going to hit you.
Nope.
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 End of turn. Tops.
Dobbs.
I walk over to the other side of the skeleton over there with the between Crimson and the empty spot.
You walk through.
Let's
Okay.
see.
So this is how you're going to walk. Poop, 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 poop.
We done. All right.
Presumably.
Yeah.
All right. So this guy takes an attack of opportunity.
Oh.
Damn, they have attack opportunities.
Hey, look at that.
That's a natural 20.
Oh.
No,
Oh,
fuck
oh.
you.
Oh, well, we'll see
Oh,
if it's
sorry.
enough. 30.
30's gonna hit.
Yeah, okay.
But
So-
it's not a crit, so you know.
It is.
No,
'cause
it's
it's
with
a
the
They
natural
roll a
20,
natural
so-
20. So, alright, 2d8 plus.
That's not how it works in Pathfinder 2.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
It
that's-
still has to be
Do
10
I hit
points
on a
more,
30?
right?
No.
No?
He hits
Right,
an
so
attack, yeah.
the natural 1 and a natural 20, both respectively lower or increase the
I
amount
thought
of
it was
success.
still
But
was
it's a-
10 points above the
yeah,
AC.
that's also another thing.
That is this additional thing.
Yeah.
Let's say
Okay.
let's say I roll a natural 20 and I
Yeah.
would fail because the monster, the DC is so abysmally high.
Mhm.
It still brings it up to a success.
Yeah, it's a
So,
success. but not-
I have this feat,
Mhm.
a focus spell,
Mhm.
and it's called Champion Sacrifice. Can I say?
Do you have a reaction left?
Well, this is a focus spell, so I'm not sure if it's just a reaction.
What is the action that is required
Oh,
to
it
use
is
Somatic
a
reaction,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. I use my.
All right, so you already use your reaction to hit the guy that was setting
yeah,
up.
that's true.
So this is the big trade-off with
Yeah.
champions. Do you use your reaction to save your allies, or do you use it to smite things to death?
Okay.
Well, 7 plus
I can
8
smite.
is 15 damage.
15?
Yeah, 15 slashing damage with my little longsword.
Just hit things to death.
And then
Punch him.
continue.
Okay. I do the slashy with my kukurikiki. Kukurikiki. It's more like a bird now.
Yeah.
Kukurikiki. That is 25.
That's it.
Yes. Cool. Plus. Oh, that's sad. Wonder what there was.
Don't forget your sneak attack.
Yeah,
All
good
right.
point. You're doing sneak attack, which
Um,
gets added before you reduce it from the
Yeah, so it's 2d6 extra.
resistance.
Great.
Wow, it sounds like storming outside.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, it's going harsh. Wait, so it was a plus 9. On this was 19 damage. Total.
19 damage. Ah, it's hurt me. I'm still alive.
And I can do it again.
Go ahead.
That's probably a nopey nope for 14.
No.
No, okay.
Alright.
Moved. Wait, you did your
Yeah.
skirmish strike, didn't you?
Yeah,
you
well,
did your skirmish strike. That's
Yeah.
2 actions or 1 action?
It's
One
one
action.
One action. So
So I can
skirmish
still
strike.
Can still
Strike.
one more.
3rd action.
Ah, no, that's not one.
We're rolling, interesting.
Crimson.
This is another.
Crimson. So Crimson attacks the person that's in front of
Yeah,
her.
the one you're flanking with Dobbs.
And yeah, I'm flanking. Yeah. So
So I can't see the thing because there's a camera in front of it, guys.
Yeah.
yeah,
fair.
I know, but it's the
Yeah.
That's
one.
fine.
the one you
Yes.
think it is. 27 to hit, so
Yeah,
that
enough.
hits. Doesn't hit critically.
It doesn't. It does not crit now.
No.
Okay.
24.
Goodbye. I'm dead.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. And then I'm going to sweep the one behind me.
The one behind. Check. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Crimson doing all the damage right now.
She is a spear chucker. The one that he is the most feared tribe of the jungle.
So 18 doesn't
No,
hit.
not enough. This.
All right.
Third action.
Third action, another sweep
All right.
Ah,
at the
poor
same
guy.
target.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
you won't be
done
benefiting
already.
from your sweep then,
No.
because you need to
So-
pick different targets.
Yeah.
But you
Oh,
can
the-
go
the-
for
the-
You
the.
can take
Person
the other
next
one.
to
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's totally fine.
I don't think this is no. It's not gonna hit. No.
How much is it?
Then I have to calculate it. It's not gonna hit.
Is it below?
13.
No. Alright, well, I'm down. Do
No.
I do that? Yeah, no, I go for soft.
no, no,
No.
Soft.
no. Hit me.
I
Don't hit me.
try to attack you with my longsword.
I don't want this.
20.
Nope.
Hit
20
me.
misses.
Then I raise my shield.
All right, go for it.
Where's my shield icon?
Hey, tank. Take this one, please.
Give me my shield icon. Merle.
Somebody call for me.
Well,
Ghostbusters.
I'm. I see Crimson fighting with those two, so I just think, well, that's covered. So I do one step closer to Xof, and I attack the one that just raised its shield.
Do you step or do you stride?
I stride at first.
Do you want to
So-
get? Do you
Merle,
want to
you're
stride
next
further?
to it, right?
Oh, I can stride further, of course.
If you stride, you can move up to your move. If you step,
Yeah.
you just take a 5-foot step. But the stride would provoke if it has that ability, although it just raises its shield.
I stride because then I can also
You can flank.
attack as well.
Flanking would be difficult because there's a guy over there.
No, but you can flank
What?
with Dobbs.
Where would you? No, there's a rock between that.
Yeah.
This is actual rock.
Yeah, the other side.
Yeah, but
Next
Dobbs
to
is
the-
standing on this
It's a
side of the
pillar
wall.
of rock rising
Yeah.
into the ceiling.
So I'm just gonna do a stride.
Where do you want to end up?
I'm gonna end up.
You can end up here and flank.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up there. I'm gonna end up.
So
Just
2 squares
below
below
them.
Sof.
There we go. It is not mindless, so it opts not to take its attack of opportunity. Go ahead.
So first,
yeah, no,
that's gonna
flank,
be
don't worry.
a 29
With a what?
with a warhammer, so it's a bludgeoning
Yeah.
weapon.
Okay. I throw my shield in front of it, so I block.
Okay.
It does not crit. Close, but it does not crit. I raise my shield.
So it's no damage.
No crit.
Yeah.
No, it's no. You
Oh,
do damage.
Oh,
I
but
just
no
you
crit.
gets
Oh,
reduced.
cool. Yeah.
Reduce damage.
So that will be then plus 15 points of damage.
Alright. Let's see. 15 points of damage. I take up my hardness.
17 points of damage.
17.
Get
17.
2 more.
Yeah, I have those
12.
two.
Oh.
So it's 15.
The shield, when you strike it, you hear, well, it's made out of corroded iron, and you hear as you break in the rusty metal shield. It's broken.
Oh, cool.
So you cannot raise the shield anymore.
I can't. I think I can still count. I just.
If it's broken, you
destroyed.
can use it anymore.
Then what's the point of having a broken threshold on a shield?
No, there's a difference between damage and broken.
Yeah. All right, Merle.
So after that, I'm gonna do what they call a twin takedown, and I'm gonna attack with both my warhammer and my battle axe in one hand.
All right.
So you were walking around with your crossbow in one hand and a battle axe in the other.
No, I traded the battle hammer, the crossbow for the battle hammer, and I still have the battle axe in the other hand.
So you were
And
always
crossbow.
walking around with like a crossbow and a weapon in one hand. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Make
Sure.
to finish the picture.
I'm dual wielding.
Go ahead.
Definitely. Go
Um,
for it.
So, first for the warhammer. That's a 17 minus 3. That comes to a 29
Hit.
again.
Crit. My shield's gone now. So crit.
And for the battle axe, That's going to be way lower. That's going to be a 13. So probably.
That's not a hit. But the battle,
X.
I think
Yeah.
the hammer might just destroy me.
Crit,
I
so
think-
it's more than this, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. So
Goodbye, skeleton.
Yeah, basically.
I'm just going to assume
He's
that.
dead.
Alright, so
Yeah.
Thank you.
After, and as a last action, I'm going to do what I call
You
twin
move-
parry. I raise my
Skipper strike.
raise my weapons, and I got AC bonus of 1.
Nice. Great.
Let's have a look. What are we
Skirmish
going
strike's
to
nice.
do?
Yeah.
Great.
Gain fear. I mean, it works.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
How are they gonna kill us?
I'm gonna walk over there, and I can see 3 people. Will save. Will save. Will save. Oh, sorry, actually,
Is it
will
a spell?
Me?
everybody but Merle.
Yes.
Is it a spell?
I
It
have
is a
a
spell.
bonus.
Alright, I have a bonus too.
Uh
So
oh.
I use my reaction to get a +1.
31.
22.
Is enough, not a crit. 32.
22.
21?
22 isn't enough to make it.
33.
That's high
That's enough
save.
for crit success.
What?
No effect.
31?
31 is not enough.
Probably just not enough.
I'm a deceased cleric, or quite powerful one. No, okay, so feared 1 and feared 1 as well.
Oh,
Frightened 1, my apologies.
Well, what are the effects of Friday?
Minus 1 on
You
them.
get a
everything.
-1 on
am I
everything.
am I frightened 1?
Yes.
I'm not.
No, because she's a paladin.
I have
so-
an aura
Yeah.
of courage. So I'm not
Does that
frightened
expand
right
or is
now.
it just for you?
Yeah, it does expand, but only when when it's my turn.
Is it a reaction to use it?
No. I don't think so.
You stand strong in the face of danger and inspire your allies to do the same. Whenever you become frightened, you reduce the condition value by 1, so 1 goes to 0. At the end of your turn, when you would reduce your fighting condition value by 1, you also reduce the value by 1 for all allies within 15 feet. So at the end of her turn,
Okay, so
everyone
then
is
she can
around
reduce
her.
it before it's even her turn.
Yeah.
Check.
I just have to wait.
Curse you! Although I can't really talk because I'm a skeleton. The
I'm not
zealot.
afraid.
I'm
No
just like,
So
what are you guys
I should have
screaming
done
about?
that. I didn't do it.
Oh,
Damn
too
it.
bad.
Too bad. I step forward. I bring up my great axe and I cut the fuck out of this guy.
Who do you smash?
Merle.
Merle.
Merle, you're about to get a great axe to the face.
yeah.
I hope
In
you
the
bought health
face.
insurance.
Well, he did
I
get a
don't
+1,
really
so that's
I
great.
rolled a 1. No.
No,
Oh, nice.
I rolled another 1. No.
The dice should go to
you're
jail.
not really doing the
That's unfortunate because I don't think a 18 is going to hit you.
No.
best. No.
No.
Well, good, bad, and too bad, and then Paladin, you suck. Let's see. Xof has, I believe, no screening for me, so I will fire my undead crossbow.
Go for it, man.
It is a D8 plus something. There you go. 12 plus 24.
24.
Yeah.
That just hits.
5. Oh, totally forgot. I used. No, I haven't reloaded it yet. Okay, 5 damage, piercing.
Alright.
And then I reload, and I have crossbow ace, so it becomes bigger and better, and that's not going to be a hit.
Alright.
That's what I did. Yana in the back. I draw the mace, and I strike the crimson. That is a 10 plus a d6. No. 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 Oh, sorry. It's 2 attacks. But the third, ignore the third one. So,
I'm starting to look around. This is starting to get annoying. And I take out one of my elixirs and I drink it. And I drink an elixir of quicksilver. Basically, after which I speed up a lot. My dexterity gets boosted a lot.
your
Look at
dexterity, or
everyone.
you get quick
No,
hits?
I get bonuses on dexterity-based skills.
Okay, check.
So also my reflex save, etc. I screen the wizard kind of guy because I feel like that's the target that we want to hit, and I try and hit it with my short bow. I get a bonus on my 2-hit on this because it's a ranged weapon. That's great. That's 21
On the mage.
Not enough.
on the mage. Not enough?
No.
Damn. Big mage. All right, that's my turn.
Right, the rogue. No longer flanking. Although, yeah, no, I could actually still be flanking. I'm to stride though. That's dangerous.
22, by the way.
I'm not. I stride.
No.
Come on. I stride.
I
I
say no.
provoke from Crimson, and I get over there.
You wanna hit?
Yeah, because
you
it's
want?
my
Yeah.
turn next. So.
Do you want to take that reaction?
Yes.
Okay.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
Acting as if I'm going to die.
19.
No.
Oh. My
Ah,
dice. Oh,
shibbity
that's
shib
so
time.
bad.
Yeah.
I haven't rolled higher than like 5.
Look at that, guys.
Another natural 20.
Another natural
well,
one.
fuck you.
No.
Oh, natural
And
1. Yay.
no. Miss. Dops.
That's your
Great.
turn.
Terrible
Great.
skeletons.
Okay.
That's good for us. But we're rolling shit too,
Skeleton.
so.
I can't flank right now,
Well.
can I?
Talk for yourself.
Oh, you are frightened.
I'm frightened. Yeah, that as well. Yeah, but I want to do sneak attack, and I think this is the one that. Is this the one that did the?
This is
Attack
the
when
one
I
that's
walked away?
trying to flank continuously.
Alright, you have a lot of charisma, so you can try and make a feint attack as well.
They're mindless.
Ah.
Actually,
No, it doesn't
they're
matter.
immune.
Doesn't matter. Don't
Doesn't
think they
matter
are.
anymore in this system.
No, I don't think it does.
I'll just attack, just to keep it simple.
And also they're not mindless. I forgot. They changed that. One of the many balance changes in second edition.
I want to attack the one that wanted to flank.
Go ahead. Do you want to flank that guy, or do you want to?
I just want to attack.
That's a good
You can
roll.
attack him from there. That's fine.
That is 34.
Nice.
Oh, hit.
Yes, is crit?
Crit.
Crit it? Crit it?
Is crit.
Then I don't have to do the sneak attack for with the flanking, so that's good.
That's a lot of
Well,
dice.
you would have done a lot more damage if you did.
No, but it's a crit, so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's the
How
same.
much?
That is 20. No, that's a lie. 12 with a 9 and a 9 is 18 is 40.
40.
30. I can count
30.
30.
Okay. So in
30.
the future, when you roll for crit, just roll your dice as normal and just double the result.
Oh, but I like to roll more.
It's a little bit faster.
And I kind of rolled the same on the.
That's fine.
I-
It makes it a little bit faster. It's also, I think, rule technically the way they do it in the book.
It's alright.
I
Alright,
did 4
so
4 2 2, so it's kind of.
Okay.
So
you have more actions left, don't you?
Oh yes, I do.
It's
Oh, he's
not
dead.
I'm not dead yet.
It's not that
It's
bad.
not-
No, it's not
No, I'm not dead yet. I was an experienced adventurer in my life.
Die.
I step again.
Yeah, step.
Well, fuck him.
I
It-
reaction.
it-
I try to dodge the side. I raise my AC by 2. Nimble dodge, because I'm
Well,
one.
fuck him. I can count. This is 12 plus 6, 28.
Ah, still hit.
It's normal hit, right?
Yes.
That's a normal hit.
15.
Still alive.
Wow.
I'm being
Damn.
saved because it's a cookery.
Yeah, no, the
No.
last one doesn't.
How much?
Low.
Whoa, that's 12.
It is not. Crimson.
Kill it.
I kill the same. I target the same skeleton.
Right, go ahead.
That's 23. So
Goodbye.
It
It dies.
it dies.
Oh,
Okay.
now it does.
Blood
I know,
Uh,
I know her minimum damage.
So
So
you
Um,
should have just hit her harder.
Punch it.
Then I attack the other one. That's I
Right.
sweep that one.
I think you had most of the kills so far, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Like the 3 dead
25.
skeletons around there. I love it.
21.
I killed one.
that's
of those.
enough. It dies.
Yeah, you
killed
did
that
it.
one.
It dies.
Yeah,
And I
it
killed
dies.
this one.
Oh,
But I haven't rolled yet.
I know. I know your minimum damage. It dies.
You can roll for yourself if you'd like.
I want to roll.
Go for it. Roll.
Maybe it's a 1 1 and a 1, you know.
Who's
It's,
next?
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to speed up the game.
Yeah, we get it.
well, that's probably
It
enough.
dies.
I love how she
mind.
wants to roll and then afterwards it dies.
It's like, oh man, I need
Right,
to calculate. I
so,
don't
one more
wanna-
action left, Crimson.
One more action left. Yeah, but
What do you want to do?
I don't know what to
You
do.
can
wanna step
I
in
can
the-
reduce. It's reducing the frightening.
It happens
action, or
automatically, right?
is that
Automatically.
Automatically.
Oh, so I'm not frightened anymore now.
Not friend anymore.
No.
Woo!
You can just walk
Which
up
you
to
should
the
have
mage, for
kept in
example.
mind when you
Okay,
make
I'll
your attacks,
I'll
by the
walk
way.
to the
It
mage
wasn't
for
her
next
turn
turn.
yet, so it wasn't expected.
No, I
Wasn't it
meant
Sure, your turn.
when in your turn did you
Oh.
remember to take into account the condition?
So I step forward to the mage.
No, please. I have a wife and kid. Well, I had a wife and kid. So. Merle,
Too bad.
So there's one standing in front of me, so
Yes.
I'm gonna hit that one.
go ahead.
I'm gonna hit it so with my battle axe and my horror hammer
Yeah.
in one action.
It's wearing full plate. So go ahead.
I'm gonna take this one. from
Now
you.
you want more dice.
I have to. So that's gonna be a. Let's have a look. It's gonna be a 30 on my warhammer.
Hit.
And a no, that's gonna be lower. It's gonna be a 25 on my battle
Hit.
axe.
Nice.
Cool.
Warhammer first.
Let's have a look. So that's a.
Wow.
A lot.
That's a 24,
I'm still alive.
and the battle axe. Also the same. 6 plus. So 14 points of damage.
Not everything goes through, but I'm still alive.
Then I'm just gonna hit one more time with my battle axe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it might. It's gonna be a 18,
No.
and I'm gonna raise my weapons again
For parry.
for an extra AC point.
Alright, well, my spell didn't work. That's annoying. Shield harm. Make me a will save, I believe.
Wheel save? Okay. Ooh. That's 17.
That is not enough.
No.
But it's not a critical failure. Let me
Stupid
just
die.
double check exactly how much it is. Negative energy. It's level 3, so that is 3d8 plus my wisdom modifier.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Ooh,
For your hit point pool, it's
8,
not bad.
13 plus 4. Oh, 17.
17.
17 negative damage.
Mm-hmm.
Board, it's a basic fortitude save. My apologies. Would it have
Oh.
made a difference?
Yes. But
And it would be
not a lot.
20.
By how much?
Would have been 20.
Oh, it's still not enough.
Free
But it might have made a difference had
No.
she succeeded, and since
Because,
she's a champion. No,
my
alright,
will
so that's what I
save
do,
would be-
and I raise my shield. Zealot.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
You're kind of dangerous. So I think I'll kill you.
Try.
Try.
Yeah, I think 34 is going to crit you, isn't it?
34?
34.
No, that's gonna hit. But my AC at the moment is 26.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alright, well, fine. 14 damage.
14. Cool.
No sweat.
No sweat.
No, that's not it. And then I'm going to intimidate you. Interesting, interesting. What is your will DC?
My will DC is 22.
Okay, you're frightened one.
Oh, you scared me, man.
Quirler, I'm going to reload my crossbow, and I'm going to fire at Merle. It becomes a D10 because of crossbow reloading stuff. Hey, look at that, it's a natural 20. Although, now it becomes important. Am I going to hit him on a natural 20? Oh, actually, I'm going to hit him because 30 is going to be enough to hit you.
Yeah.
So, 6. Oh, dumb, I have to adhere to the same rules. I rolled 18 damage.
18.
18 piercing.
Cool.
I reload and I fire again. Look at that. 26
That just hits.
for another 9 damage. Pew pew. Pew pew. Soft.
Alright. The wizard's gonna getting annoying. And I'm gonna screen him again, and then I'm gonna try and shoot him again. So, well, that's probably gonna hit.
How much?
For a 37.
37 to hit.
Yeah.
That would crit.
Yay!
I will throw my shield in front of that.
Woo.
The wizard has a shield?
The cleric has a shield,
Oh,
yes, which he
definitely.
raised.
Alright, great.
As in his cantrip shield.
Yeah, fair.
Mm. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do.
36.
36 piercing.
Yeah.
Alright, so I absorb
Oh,
10 of that.
it was a crit. 9 extra.
I'm live. But
45.
the shield scatters in shards of magical energy.
Yeah.
That was the first attack. A second. That's a natural 1, so that's gonna miss.
Crimson.
It's my turn?
Yeah, that's
Okay. I'm gonna smash the mage, the wizard, the
Geeky
cleric.
mage. Cleric. The
multi-
unholy
Caster,
abomination.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That skeletal guy wearing the robes and holding the symbol.
that one. With the magic stuff and
Mhm.
and such. Yeah. Yay, that's 32.
That is enough to hit me, not to crit me.
Mm. Um, 18 damage.
Still alive?
I'm gonna hit again. So 31 minus 5.
Hit. No
Does it-
crit, but hit.
Ouch.
24.
Still alive?
Wow.
God damn it! Third hit.
Well, CR, level 6 monster.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
I told you this shit scales crazily.
Yeah. Hit points are a lot, yeah. But for us too, like
Well, he has the same amount of hit points as most of you guys. So.
Yeah. 100 something.
26.
That's it.
Oh. 12.
Still alive?
God! Why?
Merle!
Die, please.
I'm
Gosh.
gonna hit the one standing in front
Oh,
of me.
wait, and. Oh, Merle's too far away. I wanted to reduce his fright,
Yeah, no,
but he's too far away.
Yeah.
Merle's no longer. That's a good point. Merle's out of range.
So the first one is gonna be a. What is my penalty?
Minus 1.
Minus
Minus
one.
one.
20 to
Nope.
hit. And with the battle axe, it's gonna be a. That might be better. That is gonna be a 25.
Hit.
Uh,
You have 2 magic weapons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, they're both striking plus 1.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
No, that's like 200 gold. It's not a lot. Striking is not
Striking
a lot.
plus 1?
Yeah, just the plus
whole
1 is
thing
only
thing.
35,
Yeah.
and then the bonus 65. It's not,
Right.
not a lot.
that's 11 points of damage.
Not everything goes through.
And I'm gonna hit just one more time with my warhammer. That's gonna be a 24.
That's it.
The hit?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not that much. It's going to 7.
Goes through, and it's still alive.
Oh.
A skeletal priest. I just got smacked around real badly by a champion.
Yeah, basically.
How that hurts. I can't raise my shield anymore. So I guess I have to go out. I will use my big ass warhammer to smite the fuck out of you.
Okay. Bring it on.
2d8 plus 6. Do I? 25.
25 damage?
Yeah. No, 25 to hit.
25. No, it doesn't hit.
Curses. Then I will use my last harm spell, which I will lay on you, I guess. So, make me a basic fortitude save.
27.
That's enough, not a critical success, so you take half damage. Ah, terrible. 8, 12, 16, 8 negative MG.
How much?
You take 8 negative damage.
8.
And that is the end of my turn.
Alright, who's next?
Yeah, the next person is the Zealot. Keep killing you. I mean,
Understandable, I do
it'll
the
work
same.
out eventually. 27.
27 does hit.
Let's see, 11 plus 6, 17. Slashing
17.
damage. Second attack. Ooh, that is another 26 for another 10
Yep.
slashing damage.
Then
And then I will intimidate you.
Go for it. Try me, man.
No, you're bolstered for the day.
Question,
roll a natural
what
one.
does frightening do? Exactly?
Minus
Minus
1 on
one
basically everyone.
on checks.
Everything.
It's like sickened, basically.
Okay.
Just lowers your rolls.
Okay.
But you can improve. Frightened improves at the end of every turn, and you can and with sicken it also improves, and you can retch up
Yeah.
your stomach contents.
Yeah.
The coroner. Load, fire at you. Not enough. Reload and fire misses again. Xof.
All right. I'm gonna glare at this cleric thing again. I'm just
Okay.
gonna try and shoot it again as well. For a 32.
It dies.
Well, goodbye, sir.
1 hit point.
You-
So close.
You stole my kill.
No, you
about
did.
We're
time
going to
somebody
have a
split the-
talk about this.
Good on you. And I switch my attention quickly to the archer, and I'm gonna try and shoot that guy again as well. For a 19.
That's enough to hit me. Reaction goes off. You get punished.
Get
The
punished,
Zealot looks
archer.
at you, and he, like, basically you feel the weight of something bigger than you way down on you. Enfeebled and clumsy 1.
All right. But still damage.
You still do damage. Although this happens before the damage goes through.
Enfeebled. What does enfeebled do again?
-1 to string base checks, so it
Okay,
doesn't
this
apply
doesn't
for the,
matter,
for the bow.
11 points of damage.
It would apply for the bow, because you do take a strength penalty.
Okay, 10 points of damage then.
I can't hit you though, because you're too far away. I haven't unlocked the 5-foot step yet. Dops. This, by the way, is the inverse of a champion.
Yeah.
So he has a different kind of ability.
I walk up to the closest one and flank. No, is that the closest one?
The other ones are all dead.
No, the one.
Yeah,
wait.
there's a wall in
One is
between.
standing in front of me.
Oh, you go like that. There we go.
Yeah,
You
the
flank.
Merle one.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And I attack while I'm striking, because I do what I do, and that is
You have
24.
25 for movement speed.
25, yeah.
Okay, check. 24. That's enough to hit me. You're flanking. Do sneak attack damage. I'm flat-footed. Do sneak attack damage.
Ooh. That is 6 and 9, 12, 13 plus 9 is 22.
Still alive.
I will do the same attack here.
In my
With the
kukuriki.
Kukuriki. It will be different every time. That is -4 is 12 is 28.
That's enough to hit me.
7, 11, 20.
So you strike the kukri, you cut down.
Kukuriki.
You strike the kukri, you cut it down by the legs, and the skeleton like curses one last time as it falls down on the ground and crumples into a pile of
I want to
bones.
say, eat my kukuriki.
Good job.
Alright, stride, move, attack. One more action left.
And then I'll attack the last one.
No, shoot.
The -8.
Oh, okay.
That's 9.
Not enough. Crimson.
9.
Furious that that tiny man stole my kill. Like, that was obviously the toughest warrior in the room, you know, and it was just stolen from me. So I move. You already moved me, and I strike him.
I'm ahead of you. Way ahead of you.
She could have moved to me and stroked me. To be honest, could have happened.
Yeah, we can't do
Might
that.
still
Second
happen.
edition has explicitly forbidden PvP.
Aw, man.
Can't you just
Roleplay is a
Can't-
different thing though.
Yes, but then she wouldn't be attacking. She would
25
just be
to
like,
hit?
I strike,
So that
strike
hits,
you.
I guess?
Yeah, that hits.
I stroke you. You feel unpleasant.
Wait, hold on. That's also X card, guys.
18 damage.
I'm still alive. But that does not hurt. That does hurt quite a bit.
I'm gonna hit again, and I'm gonna miss. I think it's 12, 14.
Total to hit?
Yeah,
No.
it's
miss.
a bad roll. And I can. No.
No, you had to move to get
Yeah,
here.
I had to move.
Roll.
Nope.
I'm gonna move close to the last remaining victim, and I'm gonna
Victim, you already died. Exposed victim.
You can
Supposed
flank
to.
with.
just
You can flank.
repeated victim. I'm
You could have flanked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flank in that case, and then I'm gonna hit him with my Warhammer and battle
Right.
axe. So the first one will be a 23.
Yeah, I die.
Cool.
Goodbye.
Another kill stolen from me by one of those tiny men.
Those
Don't like
bastards.
this.
No, we are just tiny men. Tiny men are some all different races.
So, with the last of the skeletons taken
Thanks.
down,
Stupid
crumbling into
dwarfs.
the dust,
You're welcome.
a silence falls over the sinkhole once again. You look around and you see the remains of what appears to be dwarven armor and arms, like sticking up out of the piles of bones. Rusted full plate, a broken shield, axes, long swords. And if you wander over to the priest, you notice that there's a broken symbol of a uncopyrighted deity that's been broken in two. You look around a little bit more and you find what appears to be the remains of some baggage. Most of it is molded away with time. But you do find the following thing, which is a satchel, and inside is a scroll case that has remained relatively untouched by time. There we go. And this is the stuff that you can sort of like scavenge from it. Technical support. Can you make it a little bit bigger for the party to read? Most of the gear of the stuff is unusable. It's basically corroded away with age. While you read that, do you guys want to read that out loud for yourself or not?
All right, we could. Do you
While
want to
you do
read it
that,
or should I?
Can I leave for a moment?
Go ahead.
What time is it anyway? Can we have a break in a bit?
We could have a break now.
We could have a break now. All right, then we'll just have a
think-
break now, I guess.
We'll
And then
read
we
it
try
in
and
the
read it.
break.
And we'll let the audience at home read it there while
Yeah.
you read it in a moment.
Sounds like a great thing.
Also, I'm gonna make sure I don't wreck your
So make sure that.
All right,
Oh,
should I read it while we're having this little break?
Well,
I
if,
guess?
use a dwarven voice.
Oh God.
Most of the paperwork in this
Most of the
satchel.
paperwork in the satchel have become illegible due to mold and decay, but a few have survived in a waterproof scroll case. It reads in Dwarven. Draskar's balls have we run into bad luck. First Jargle got napped but is blasted fine. Then we had to work our way through the poisonous plants and by insect to get to the, I can read this, to the low producer,
It's out of
to the what?
screen.
To the right, to the right.
It doesn't really
Let's do something.
snap to the screen size for some reason. So.
All right.
It's somewhere.
Can you
To the
scroll a
lower
bit? To the
levels.
lower levels.
Stumbled
over some
over.
old files amid the corroded wreckage, and we got exposed to the gunk. And we finally made it all the way down this damn sinkhole. There is something embedded Spanish, I'm studying it. Said it was some kind of mechanism. The notches on the door seem to connect to something inside.
Oh.
The rotating dials are connected to something actually opening mechanism. Why is this not readable?
It's very. He says there is a
Particular sequence
particular
to
sequence.
it all, but he hadn't quite figured out how to read it. When asked if he couldn't simply use his finger magic, he cried something.
Plain.
Extends deep in. Can we have
Can
this
you
on
zoom it
screen
out
now?
just a little, just that
Producer,
bit?
can you zoom it out? Like
I can try.
this has to be
The-
like you
the
can.
text.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm dyslexic, but it's not that bad, guys.
there you go. Oh, there's a
Oh.
lot of it.
Oh,
Jesus. Okay.
damn.
Yeah, should not even.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Okay. Should I start over or what?
No, not starting
Okay.
over.
Finally, there we go.
Then there was this blasted door. Ambit spent some time studying it, said it was some kind of mechanism. The notches on the door seem to connect something inside. The rotating dials are connected to well, that centerpiece. I'm not going to speak in a different voice anymore. In the doors is the actual opening mechanism. He says there's a particular sequence to it all, but he hadn't quite figured out how to read it. When asked if he couldn't simply use his finger magic, he claims that the actual locking mechanism extends deep into the door and is beyond his level of skill to open. The only other way in would be to hack our way through. Good thing we brought pickaxes.
Meanwhile, Pendergast spent several hours looking at the scribbles on the dials. He concludes it's some kind of writing and an old dialect of the middle. Good thing he spent all that time slumming it with the tribals, I guess. He translated them, but it's all a bunch of gobbledygook.
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 I
To
can
me.
speak gobbledygook.
Whatever is on those dials can be read in several ways. There's probably some rhyme or reason to it,
No,
but we
sh-
didn't have
can I
enough time to figure it out. When we heard the flapping of wings, we figured that would be the Umbawak. returning, and immediately fled up the sinkhole. We weren't wrong. The creature snagged Jargold with its tongue, dragged him straight into the water below. It did. Ancestors rest his soul. The rest of us managed to hole us up in some intact rooms, just out of reach of the monster's tongue. Poor Jargold. He always was getting nabbed by something, and finally it was something he couldn't wriggle his way out of. Now we're holed up here, waiting for monsters to lose interest. Judging by the time this creature has been alive, I'd say we are in for a long wait.
There are several scratches of the doors.
That's actually.
Oh, that's oh yeah, it's not.
There's
yeah,
you
yeah.
find some more paperwork,
Mhm.
and then it sort of continues. The last couple of erratic things. Do you mind if I read that?
Go for it.
We don't know what's come over us. Maybe it's the fungus or the plants. Maybe malaria. Maybe something else. But we've become ill with something. Ulde was the first to come down with it. Her fever has been growing worse, and I don't think she's going to make it. It's difficult to write and keep my head straight. The fever makes us delirious. Umbawak is still out there, watching us. I can feel his gaze upon my soul. To go out now would be suicide, even if I could still walk. Will I ever get out of this? I long to see you, Grumbeer, my love. I long to run my hand through your beard once more.
Gross.
Romantic.
Why gross? Why gross?
Her beard.
Love
He
is
said
love.
her
So?
beard.
So?
No,
Her
it says
beard.
your beard.
Your
It
beard.
doesn't specify gender.
It's
We're
beard.
in second edition territory now.
Okay, I dig this. It's fine. I
All
Okay,
right.
so
I think
to sum up,
Oh, my
we're now
goodness.
just gonna have a break then.
Yes.
yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
not summing up
Yeah,
the
go
letter.
for it. Go for it. Yeah.
Okay, so
No, wait, producer. We're gonna sum it up first. Yeah.
1 second. Sum it up.
okay, so there are mechanisms that our
Mhm.
investigator will study,
Definitely.
and to open a door. And there is a disease, and we should be careful because the Umbawak has wings
Yeah, and I determined
and a
with this
long
whole-
tongue.
the
Great,
Umbawak is
great.
gonna be my prey. That's my
Yeah,
action.
this thing kind of seems like a hard thing to kill, but we'll see. We'll see.
We'll die. It's fine.
All right,
Oh,
let's
yes.
investigate these corpses again, because I still don't know why they are necromantic here.
No, they seem to have been cursed at some
Cursed.
point and just rose because they have unfinished business.
Mm,
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
On
Then,
to the
right now, we can go into a break.
Yeah.
So.